20 billion worth of fake alcohol is sitting in South African shelves.
But toxic masculinity plays a lot in this whole thing because if ladies can do it, why can't guys do it? Minnie had something to say which really cringed a lot of people. She said, some of us work on our legs while you work on your back.
Best believe life will be fully on social media.
What's up? What's good? What's happening, good people? This is another thrilling episode of Dot Trends Podcast.
Big shout out. Big shout out one time.
Yes. Today it's just the two of us in the house, which means we're going to chop onions. Do you cry?
When there's a specific reason, also when there's money involved.
And when there's
but not
wine
individuals.
Involved. Got it. I'm your guy, one and only boy, Denisha, the Levitator, with a triple F for fresh fly as well as fashionable. And yes, of course, I'm not doing this show by myself. I'm joined by my wonderful co-host.
Sure, Real Makivano in the building, aka Abutiwama 2K. It is going to be a jam-packed show, like he said. We're going to be cooking today. What do you have in store for us?
All right, before we get into what is in store, for anybody and everybody who's been following you, especially on TikTok, you have this favorite beverage that you like to hold and have with you whenever you do your videos.
Yeah, and I see that I'm trending because of that. So it might be a niche, provided that also, I'm going to get sponsors in the process. Other than that, my TikTok is fun, man. I have an amazing time. I rock and roll. I don't care about anything else. That's my happy space there.
Love it. I just want to find out from you, though. Are we whining or are we just drinking wine? Well, we're doing both. I mean, it's wine. So I just want to know if it's whining or if it's just wine.
You might need to elaborate on that, but I know that you are being spicy. But
I'm
go
not.
ahead.
I'm not. No. Listen, there's wine, which is WINE, and then there's wine, which is WHINE.
W what? The last one?
WHINE, like whining.
And what's the difference between the two?
Matepe.
What do you mean?
Logo balabala. Logo yepa.
We gotta talk. I mean, we get paid for talking, right? Our opinions are valued in the country. So we gotta make sure that we give people what they want.
All right, let's give people what they want with a nice never have I ever again. But Maslahore, you're so bright, so I don't do alcohol anymore.
Wow.
So
Who's talking?
This is gonna be tricky. How do we do this never have I ever without any beverage?
We can do it.
All right. First one. Oh, and also, how do I forget? Happy Pride Month, everybody.
Big shout out. Big shout out.
I tried.
Yeah, and I'll tell you about that in a bit, but continue.
Anyway, first one. Never have I ever joined or watched a live cam or an OnlyFans stream.
Never have I ever. I have.
Which one?
I have.
Where?
I have a favorite person that I subscribed to their OnlyFans, and I paid about 300 for that month, I think.
Oh wait, you have an OnlyFans account?
It's just a ghost account. I pay to watch people.
Oh, ghost. Ghost. Do you want to talk about it more? Because I know of ghost accounts on Twitter. X. I don't know about.
No, it's just a username, no content. I don't do that. I mean, come on.
What's the username?
Yeah?
What's the username?
I don't even know the username like that, but I know that it's linked to my email. So whenever I need to log in, it's one of those suggested usernames because obviously you can tailor make it, but I chose not to because I don't care about that account. I'm not using it. It's for me to be able to log in, pay for that specific person that I want to watch for that month, and that's about it.
Okay, because the last time you had something to say about, what's that person's again? The one who came to South Africa anyway, just complaining that he's finishing everybody.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about that person because I was on some dating app during the week and he slided onto my DM and I'm like, the fuck is happening here?
Oh, somebody was next in line. Never have I ever used a toy during a video. Who came up with these questions?
It has to be you.
I don't like them. Okay, never have I ever used the toy during a video call with somebody.
I've never.
Well, I don't have toys, so I have nothing to say about that.
I used to own toys, but they were for self-pleasure, not use them on a video call or something. I don't like that. Why do people do that, Vel?
What do people do? What?
Get into a video call and start doing stuff. Because my thing also is that the next person could screen record, right? The next thing you are super exposed. So why do people do that?
Oh, this is the part where I answer.
Yes.
All right.
And by the way, you haven't participated on Never Have I Ever, right? I'm going to ask you the same question, so prepare.
Oh no, if I have, I would have something to say. I mean, just like this.
There's
one.
no way.
I
Then you
do
are
not-
putting me on the spot.
I do not have toys, okay?
But
Told
you're
you-
putting me on the,
I
on
haven't
the
told you
spot.
when we're here with Clearsy. I don't have toys.
We're going to get you one.
Why? I don't want a toy. What am I doing with the toy?
How? Just an extra precautionary measure, I
For
guess.
what? If we're
For in
talking-
case you are alone.
Are we talking
and-
about risk management? My risk management does not need toys, please.
Is it?
Don't. It doesn't need toys. All right. So the other one, never have I ever lied about how many people I've been with.
At the same time.
No, like just body count.
Our body count.
Yeah.
I've never lied. But then also, man, we've grown. Who still remembers such?
Right? Who still remembers such, I guess?
Do you remember your body count?
Of course I do.
How many people are we talking about?
Definitely not more than 20. Just under 20.
20, it's a healthy number.
Just under 20.
Just under 20.
Yeah.
It's a healthy
You might
number.
as well just call me Virginia because, wow.
20. 20 still.
I said under 20.
Under 20 can be anything between 10 and 20, right? So that's a healthy number.
Hence I'm saying, might as well call me Virginia because, wow.
But it's also not a healthy number. I'm just saying,
You
know,
said it's a healthy number.
just
Now
so
it's
we
not a
can-
healthy number anymore.
shove it under the rack. But
my
other than that, it's still a lot.
We're talking about body counts and you're talking about shoving. Let's just shove the story into this episode. Can I just say that I'm very, very happy with what Kelvin Momo produced?
Oh, big shout out. Big shout out. Big shout out. Big shout out. What did they call that show? Symphonic.
Symphonic, yeah.
Oh, beautiful, man. I love the show so much, right? Because Amapiano has always been known, to be a dance music, dance culture. I love how they strip it into real music, include, your orchestra and all that. And the experience or the final product is always beautiful to watch. I watched the whole entire show yesterday and I was like, oof. And there's a moment that really caught my attention, but I want you to share your experience first.
I just want to get into the moment. I see everything else. I mean, like I said when we started off the show, we're going to be chopping onions. And of course, Kelvin Momo chopped onions because he was just so happy,
Damn, man.
That was just really, really fulfilling to watch because you've seen a man who's been applying himself consistently. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I didn't understand his music up until I was told that it's private school, I'm a piano.
Yeah.
Then I was like, ooh, this sounds fancy. I want to know about it.
But how is it that you are not exposed to him? Because as much as it's private piano, right? Oof, the sound is so soulful, man. It speaks to the heart. It's beautiful. I actually got to experience his set. I was somewhere in Sensen. I don't remember the place. Up until today, I'm still trying to remember that place because I want to go back. It was beautiful. His set was out of this world. And yeah, let's talk about the big moment on the show.
Let's talk about the moment. It's not a moment, it's a moment.
Yeah. So based on what we saw between him and Babalwa, do you think, they got back together? Because I'm convinced, right? When we had this conversation prior to the show, I was like, they might. But after seeing a whole lot of clips where they were just, beautiful together on stage, I'm convinced. I don't want to be told otherwise. I don't want to hear stories. They are dating and I'm rooting for them.
Listen, people have always been rooting for them, and by people I mean like me. you
Yeah.
know? Because last year, October 2024, everybody was like, oh, they split up, right? But I had a very interesting conversation.
Yeah.
And that conversation actually made me think or realize something. What if the split was between Babalwa and Kelvin Momo when it comes to the business side of things, not the romantic side of things? Because obviously, judging from yesterday, we know that these people have chemistry. Even when everybody was like, oh, they broke up, but the chemistry was still there. It's something that you hardly ever find with exes, because obviously when you break up, it means there is a reason. It doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have to be good either. But when you access with somebody, there's just the tone that you set, and the chemistry is not the same as it was before. If there is chemistry, come on, it's just lust, move on. But with them, it wasn't just that. It's something that is so beautiful, which now makes me think, what if the M in Babalwa M is for Momo?
Momo. Yes!
I'm just thinking
I love
out
what you
loud.
did there. I love what you did.
I'm just thinking out loud.
I think they are together. And look, as much as, you know, there's always going to be breakups, especially if the relationship was a bit longer, people will still attempt to get back.
Yeah.
I want to assume that it's the situation with them, but then also it's human nature. People never just break up once and they block each other and it's over. There's still gonna be those trials and tribulations, try and make it work. It's human nature. It happens with everyone, unfortunately. So I'm hoping that after breaking up last year, they went through that and obviously they found each other again, because honestly, one, their chemistry when coming to creating music is beautiful. I mean, their pieces of bodies is basically out there and they are doing absolutely amazing. But another thing also for me, it's their relationship. I'm hoping and praying that those two are dating because I'm rooting for them.
Okay, listen. Okay, because I told you that initially I did not understand the sound up until I had to understand the sound because I met somebody who made me love the sound and I just love everything about
Who's that?
Everything.
Special somebody in your life.
Especially
What Jola Malangeni and a relationship is coming along fine. Big shout out. Big shout out to you.
Sure.
You're leading by example.
I'm leading by example. What are you leading by?
Oh, well, why is it that it's all about me? And also, why is it
How
that
is it about you? You just said that, and I was having a very interesting conversation with a very good friend of mine, and I told them that 2025 is meant to be a year of love.
a year of love?
It's supposed to be.
No,
that.
absolutely. We love the Trends podcast. It is a year of love.
I'm talking about a significant other.
Human beings, no, keep
Okay, but let's go back to the situation at hand. Babalwa and Kelvin Momo, right? Collaborations that they've had, absolutely beautiful. Number one, I'm thinking of Sisuga Gude, right? And then I'm also thinking Amalobola.
Amalobola, it's also a beautiful song.
And like I said, I feel like they're just throwing hints that nobody seems to be catching. Sisuga Gude, and then Nas Kumanga Malobola, and then Kelvin Momo sent a shout out to Uma Mazala.
You have it there.
Shout out to Uma Mazala. Come on, guys. Like, this is something that we all can't deny. The love is there. The love is beautiful. The chemistry, everybody witnessed and saw it. You know what? I love it for them. If everybody, we all believe that, yes, they broke up and they didn't break up, then where to go about it? Because it is your business. You are the ones in the relationship. And we're just here to just observe the beautiful and the beauty that you get to present to us. And from yesterday's chemistry that we all saw, top tier, I just love a man that cries. I'm sorry.
What do you mean?
It just proves to show that you are human and you are, like you can, and you're just vulnerable. If there's anything that's important in a relationship, it's vulnerability, which a lot of people do not possess. But try it.
But reasons has to be valid also for someone to cry, right? As long as our reasons are supported, I guess we're good to go. But then beside that, man, I want to say big shout out to Red Bull for what they are doing with Symphonic. And also having witnessed Kabza, Young Stunner, Kelvin Momo. Clearly, it's an event that is going to stick around for some time. So who do you think is next on the list for them in the Amapiano space?
Wow. Okay, Kabza did it alone, right?
Yeah.
Why do I see Maporisa doing it as well? I do see that.
Okay, Maporisa, yes.
I do see Maporisa there. It's just for Amapiano, right?
Yeah, Amapiano. I see Them Tudor. Them Tudor has also consistently gave us big songs.
I agree.
Jola, Sinom Solo.
I'm thinking
still
that,
my
as
favorite
well as
up until
Superman.
today. DJ Stogie as well. Well deserving.
Lala Stoki.
Yeah,
Yes.
well deserving as well.
Yeah.
Who else?
But we need
Angelic as well.
Angelic is also good.
Angelic is also a superstar.
Angelic is also good.
Man, there's a couple of them that can actually kill it. I would also love to see Nokwazi. Guys, we need to give Nokwazi her flowers. Absolutely. She killed the game during the house music era. Anything and everything that she touches from a piano perspective, it comes out beautiful as well. I'd like to see her killing it as well. Who else?
I would actually like to see Sinam Solo.
Sinom
I
Solo.
would.
Why do I feel like Sinom Solo is underrated?
He is. Like, no, he's actually not underrated. I think because he's not everywhere like everybody else. It's just like the last event that we went to when you were DJing.
Yeah.
You remember? I don't know. I'm just against the word underrated for him.
Do you know why I'm saying he's underrated? He gave us Jola, that was a big song, right? And we witnessed a bit of a decline. Yes, we saw him consistently releasing music.
Yeah.
Up until the latest single, I think he dropped it last year, Kwam Solo or something. It's a beautiful song. It was trending on TikTok. That's when Sinom Solo, took the spotlight again after Jola. Yes, he's been doing a whole lot of things in the process, but I haven't really witnessed him, musically ever since that song like that, especially releasing hits. I mean, there are people that release hits after hits, like your Youngstana. Youngstana has never disappeared on the scene because he's just been consistently giving us
we've been seeing him
hits
everywhere.
after hits after hits. So hence I'm saying, I don't know the setup in the background, but I just feel like he is underrated.
Okay.
I might be wrong.
I'm telling you now, you're not. You are. But you're not. But you
Listen
are.
to you.
But you are. I'm saying this about Sinam Solo because remember when Black Panther came out, Sinam Solo was part of the soundtrack.
Yeah.
And I saw 2 tracks, which I still listen to them today. There's Jelly, and then there's the other one. I forgot the title, but I believe in Love and Loyalty. Love and Loyalty. That's the name.
But can you see that those are a couple of highlights that can come?
Absolutely. So he's not underrated because he was internationally recognized because Black Panther is an international movie.
Was he internationally recognized? Because when we talk about the world stage, we also need to look at the dynamics as well. Because, for example, Americans, they still think,
not
we are
even.
Africa in the 80s and we are Africa in 2025
I don't
now.
know which South Africa
we
you
run the
live in,
streets
but I don't
by
see
fire,
that
by
Americans do
force.
that. I don't know which South Africa you're looking at, where you're living at, but I don't think they think we live in the 80s. I don't think they still believe that there's animals walking in the street.
A lot of them. What are you saying? Which social media are you on? Americans still believe that we live with animals. Not all of them, though. Some are woke. Hence, I'm saying when we talk international stage, obviously there's the dynamics there.
Majority are woke.
But you're gonna get there, man. I mean, we are here now. The voices of Africa.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, internationally recognized because remember, again, with The Lion King, Usiso was featured in My Power, which took the world.
Beautiful,
by,
beautiful.
So it's one of those things. You may think that he is underrated in South Africa, but when we talk international, Sinam Solo was recognized. He was in there for 2 tracks in Black Panther. So that to me speaks a lot. It does speak a lot. But we're still speaking about Americans. And now I just want to wrap up this conversation about America and Trump.
Yeah, no, our ancestors are working overtime, right?
Wow,
they tried the wrong people in the world.
But it's just something as simple. The reporter asked, give us proof that there's genocide happening in South Africa.
And they are fighting among themselves now. We witnessed a very interesting week on X, well, across all the social media platforms now, but it is mainly on X. I think this is due to tariffs, right? So the tariffs are impacting the friends as well, which are the friends in this case are your Elon Musk's of this world.
So say in this world.
He then had to retaliate. First is first, he's no longer part of the White House. He had to obviously retaliate and talk about how the tariffs will bring recession to America. So it's just been back and forth. But then they got to a point where Trump was like, actually, we're sponsoring a whole lot of billionaires worth the taxpayers' money. How about we cut all the government contracts with Elon Musk? And he said, I'm taking my satellites and I'm going back home. And South Africans are like, home where?
We don't want them. That's the South Africa. We do not want them.
South Africans are like homeware.
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, this is something that was in the public and it's something that the truth had to be brought out.
Yeah.
It's not something to be taken lightly. You don't just say that there's something like that happening in a country where the country is just living freely. I mean, I don't remember going out or seeing the news and then they're like, there's something serious happening. People are dying.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, we had to see the besties turn their backs on each other. I don't call it the White House. I call it the Oval House because that's what they prefer now.
Okay.
And also, if Elon said if it wasn't for him, Trump was going to lose the 2024 elections.
I saw that as well. Do you think so?
Well,
He put a lot of money in campaigns to get votes.
And
But then also people...
appearance. We've been seeing them
Yeah.
together since the elections, so we've been seeing them together. So yeah, that also does form part of the influence. But also we spoke about Starlink. Now we're talking about tariffs. So obviously there's more to that. Is it correct for me to say friendship?
It's fine, but now one thing that I love is that, the world is woke. One. Secondly, America, it's no longer the it girl or the it boy that
It is
he
the
or
it
she
girl.
think he used to be.
I will have this conversation with you 2 years down the line, and then I want you to tell me that America is not the it girl.
No, never.
Well, America,
Never.
It
At the
is.
rate in which everything is happening in the world, at the rate in which we are literally going, there's no way. America in the next 2-3 years won't be the it girl or won't be the it boy.
let's have that conversation in 2 years. I'm willing and more than happy to have that conversation and to talk about it.
I mean, for example, if Elon Musk is to take his satellites, I mean, that's taking America back to the 90s because satellites are able to, transmit and translate information, and not only information about America, what's happening in the skies of America and all that. So do you understand that that's 10 steps back if he's to take his satellites and everything else that he said he'd take? So
speaking of-
really...
Speaking of the satellites, I mean, I find myself a lot, just watching videos and just going through research. Mind you, I don't like to read, but then I've been reading.
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation about how the world looks and satellites and stuff like that on the next show because we like almost out of time. But speaking
Yeah.
about some things that are out of this world, a lot of people had to say about Lerato Pasha posting a picture postpartum of her baby with Oscar Mbo.
Oscar MBO.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? And I want you to analyze it from a modern day perspective, right? Because a lot of people up until today still believe that it's a taboo to post a child while they're still young. So what do you think about that? Because for me personally, I'm like, okay, what could possibly happen? Especially what could be a bad thing that could possibly happen for posting a child's picture? Because the truth is, people post themselves every single day, right? People post their kids every single day. And the only reason why we might be talking about this, it is because he is popular. But then if he wasn't popular, was it going to be the case? Let's unpack.
All right. First of all, what is taboo? I'm sorry, maybe I'm just explaining to me like I'm a 2-year-old.
People used to think that it's wrong to expose the child to the world while they are still young.
And that's
Like
taboo.
it's so wrong that I used the word taboo because it's a thing of no, it's not supposed to happen
It's
at
not
all.
so it's traditionally not allowed.
Yeah.
Just like it is not traditionally allowed for a newborn baby to go outside of the house they're only allowed to go outside the house after 3 months. Right?
Yeah.
But then I've been seeing other people who do it in a month or two.
But in the 3 months, what happens when you are supposed to take the kids to the hospital, the clinic for
No, you
their...
can take the kids to the hospital and clinic, but then it's just a matter of you're not supposed to let people come into the house to see the baby because of energies.
But how many people in that process do you interact with when you take your child to the clinic, to the hospital?
Okay, but this chat is a chat of coming into the house, not going out. Because obviously, newborn baby will have to go to hospital at some point, depending on what complications they have, if they have any,
Besides even complications, I think it's a standard process, to
Tradition.
to take the child, obviously for observation purposes, also to get your
that is the
vitamins and all that they always give to kids in their growing process. So hence I'm saying, to me, it doesn't really make sense, right? When I analyzed the whole entire situation and also took into consideration what you are saying as well, it is a thing of, nah, man, but these things are happening. Why is it that other people are gonna assess the situation and think it's taboo?
Well, I mean, they bring tradition into the mix, but then today I am not going to be that person. You know what? First of all, shout out, Lorato. Do what makes you happy.
Big shout out.
You know, at the end of the day, it's one of those things where now I'm looking into situations, showing the baby's face and just showing the baby's arm or foot or
Yeah.
something. At the end of the day, those are body parts that you get to see. They're out
Exactly my
there.
point.
So it doesn't really make much of a difference to see a face compared to seeing the hand. Obviously, with the hand, you'd want to see what the face looks like, but nah, you can't. But that is still a body part. So there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's just a picture. It's out in the socials. Sure, others are looking at it from a perspective of safety, but you are with your baby almost all the time when you postpartum. You get what I'm
True.
saying? And posting a picture of you and your baby doesn't mean that everybody can now see the address to be like, oh, yes, I'm going to go. Now I know where they stay. There's nothing wrong with that. Come on, it's just a picture. Just
That's just a picture.
look at the picture. If you're happy, be happy. If you're not happy, keep scrolling. It's just that simple.
But there's a thing also, people fail to just keep on scrolling. People on the internet have a lot to say most of the time. And I'm like, sometimes really, these are not things that we could, want to entertain, because the truth is, either today or tomorrow, this child belongs to a superstar, someone who's in the public eye. And whether they didn't post the picture themselves or not, but one day someone is going to take a picture and still publish it anyway, because that's the world that we are living in, unfortunately. So I feel like people need to also adjust to how things are done in modern days, because after the generations that are here now, best believe life will be fully on social media.
Okay. I would like for something to happen, actually.
Yeah.
I think this was going to be fun. If you have something to say about a newborn baby, then let's play a challenge. Post your baby pictures. Let's have that conversation. I think
Okay.
that would be interesting.
Let's shake the world a bit.
You know, so if you have something to say about a baby, actually, re bontshe le gore wena no le jwang as ngwana. Because also, if you check, newborn baby look is not the same as your older grown version look. You know, you go through stages where you grow and also, how stupid are you to be sitting at home and making fun?
Come on now.
I'm sorry, yeah, I said it. That's very stupid.
Nah,
It's
you
dumb.
had to,
You're not
you
even
had to.
supposed to be doing that. Like I said, I feel like as a person, you need to get to a point where you need to stop whining and craving to have something to say all the time. If you don't like something, you are more than welcome to just keep scrolling, my guy. You don't have
Simple
to.
as that.
You don't
Simple
have
as
to.
that.
But then at this point in time, congratulations go out to Lerato Pasha as well as Oscar Bo. Bonang, le berekile. What's le
Big shout out.
berekile?
Big shout out. Big shout out. I want to talk as a consent citizen in South Africa.
Oh, God.
You know why?
No.
20 billion worth of fake alcohol is sitting in South African shelves.
Ba tlhoka makutsumela bao.
Guys, where are we? And we need to also consider that South Africa is one of the most consuming alcohol in the world.
Listen,
So really, where do we start?
alcohol makes everybody happy. Number one. Number two, the 20 billion worth contributes to 20% of the alcohol economic
Yeah.
contribution you get. So it is a very concerning thing. I've been saying this since COVID. The Savannah that I saw and tasted was not different to the Savannah that I was used to.
Is it?
Yeah, no, there's this Savannah. It tastes very syrupy and it's golden color. Like, I want to goldy, but concentrated. Like, you can actually, it's very gold. And then you have like your dry, crisp. Why am I talking about Savannah? But there's a difference. I'm
Yeah.
sure a lot of people can also attest to that. There's a difference to the Savannah taste. Like, some they do taste original, and then some they have this syrupy taste to it that just doesn't really make sense. And also, I've been seeing like 2 bottles of Henny compared to each other. One has a certain
I've
color,
seen
the
that
other
as
has
well.
a certain color as well. So yeah, we were talking about fakes the other time, and then everybody was happy to know that a lot of luxurious items were manufactured in China. And then if you bought something from China, it would be considered fake. But now we're talking about alcohol. Am I surprised that it was, well, fake alcohol replication was able to be done. No, I'm not. It's something that is already there with like your food.
But my thing also is that what happens to, the health of our people, because we are a nation that is consuming a lot of alcohol.
Absolutely.
So really what happens to our health if we're sitting with over 20 billion worth of alcohol? And my thing is, let's say, for example, you are woke, you get sick, but not sick to die, and you know exactly what made you sick, and you want to take this huge organization to court, and they say, no, we don't recognize this. This was not made by us. This is not our alcohol. What happens in that situation then? Because it becomes tricky as well.
I do agree. It does become tricky. And right now, all I'm thinking is everybody's sick now. So what if this flu is nuts? It's a alcoholing a fake. I'm just asking.
Nah, we're living in dark times, really. We are living in dark times. But anyway, it's not really a train smash. Let's talk about
It is a
celebrity.
train smash. It's fake alcohol.
It's
But
a
I
train
know-
smash.
I
But
know
what is our
because-
government doing? That's my thing. That's where I'm at, right? And obviously, they are doing zero. So
Can I tell you what?
I can't even see we have a solution here.
Can I
Yes.
tell you what reaction I got when this conversation about fake alcohol was introduced?
Yeah.
People were just like, "Tlisa motlakeng." So nobody cares, basically.
But people should start carrying. That's my thing.
Yeah, but do people actually care? Is it a talk of the town like it's supposed to be? I mean, we're not talking small money. 20 billion is a lot.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but I mean, consumers are just going on with life and consuming. Okay, nobody died, I guess. But at the end of the day, it is a health concern. I just wish
True.
people can also get to understand that. Yeah, I get it. South Africa, when it comes to alcohol, consume, have fun. It is a happy country, if we're being honest.
Yeah,
But then
yeah.
also at the same time, we need to take into account the health factors that come into it. I just love it because now we're talking alcohol. Nobody seems to like really want to play like that. But let's talk vaping.
That's another pandemic there. Woo!
What do
That's
you mean-
another
what do you mean
pandemic.
it's a
Woo, you. And I'm looking at people in this room that vape. You.
I don't. Where are those people?
Another
You seem to be looking
pandemic.
down on the floor.
You can see them.
Tile, is that you? Is that you, tablet? Is that you? I don't know what you're talking about.
Another pandemic.
What is the next topic?
Ooh, another topic that
I don't like you.
that I want us to unpack is ladies. And this might be the reason, right? Fake alcohol, because ladies are out of this world on social media, or at least they are captured on camera doing things that I just don't understand. Let me cook. There are two videos that I saw on social media, right?
Yeah.
Of DJs doing their job on the desk,
Yeah.
playing. And ladies are just offering them things that I don't understand. One, the first video that I saw, beautiful lady, there was a DJ. I couldn't remember the DJ, but I remember the second DJ. We'll talk about it in a minute. So that lady went on to show the DJ her breast. Bam.
So,
I'm like, oh, mama.
I mean,
In a world of cell phones.
the only thing that comes into mind when you tell me that she just showed the boobs, there's a song called Ngakuniga Amabele.
But
You know, just saying.
Is
That's something it does happen. It does happen. For the most part, it does happen. Shocking. Yeah, it is shocking because my girl, what in the body positivity are you doing?
exactly. And the second one was
That's nudity.
that's nudity.
It's straight up nudity.
And my thing also is that once people start sharing that a video, an individual is gonna have a problem, and the law will speak, something opposite.
I'm sorry, how is that cyberbullying when we know it's gonna get there? Cyber.
Yeah.
Because it's out there online and everywhere else. But then also at the same time, maybe there's some things that we need to take into account. Intoxication. You're intoxicated enough to not think that, oh, this is not the right time for me to go hoo-ha. But I just went hoo-ha. But then when you go hoo-ha in a place where there's a lot of people with cameras on their hands, they're also going to hoo-ha you.
Exactly, that's my thing. And the second one was with DJ Kari. How? DJ Kari is busy playing, and this lady is on some. Again, at this moment, is caught on camera. I'm like, What's happening?
Listen, people are just having fun. You know, they're just having fun. But then also in the fun midst of it all, also it's somewhat concerning.
It's really concerning.
People are having fun at the end of the day.
And I really have to talk for DJs because I'm a DJ myself. I'm in clubs a lot, DJing, and I don't expect to see. What's this? You're gonna traumatize me.
Also, you'd rather see boobs instead of seeing that.
I don't want to see that. You're gonna traumatize me. I'm gonna end up playing nonsense.
People are just there to make it fun, okay?
Nah.
They're adding heat. Heat is needed sometimes.
So if you are a trendsetter, please don't embarrass us. If you are a trendsetter, don't do those things, man. Have some dignity. Go have fun, drink your fake alcohol and be okay.
Have some what?
Fake alcohol and be okay. Don't
No, before that you said have some what?
have some fun.
No, you said something.
I said what I said. It's fine.
Have some dignity.
Have some dignity, yes. Have some dignity, man.
Choices.
Be that person.
Choices.
Nakhana felt I'd be traumatized.
Okay, speaking of trauma, I watched The Real Housewives of Durban. Right, so the season that is happening right now, oh my God, it had a lot of moments. So let me reel you in. So we have a new cast. Well, it's not all new. There's some new ladies who came into the group. There's Fafa, and then there is Lo, and then there is Minnie, who is Angel's friend.
Tell me about Minnie. I've been seeing her trending.
All right, so Minnie came on the first episode, and then there was another lady called Precious, and Precious owns a hair boutique, and she sells really nice hair, you know?
Yeah.
I saw a unit that goes for like 24K. Was it 24K?
24K.
How much? Huh? Precious. 24K. Yes, it was 24K.
24K worth of what? Her?
Yeah.
My God.
You know, and she's just a woman in business and she's a woman in charge. But Minnie came in. Dun dun.
Yeah.
So Minnie was like, Precious, you don't treat your workers nice. You're actually very mean to them, you're evil to them, and you're cruel to them. You don't treat them like they are humans, just treat them like they're just nobodies.
Yeah.
So everybody was like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
We actually want to know about this, you know? And obviously, I mean, Precious just met these ladies. It's just the first day, and now she's being ambushed to be like, yo, you did A, B, C. And then Precious is like, okay, where did you see that? Give me proof.
Yeah.
But she couldn't show anything. That's Minnie at that particular moment in time. But then as the episode kept on going, others seemed to also wanna also affirm to what Minnie said. Because Nonku as well was like, she heard one of the workers actually say something similar to that, you know? And again, it was brought up again in an event with the ladies that Precious, you did ABC. You treat them like crap. And Precious is like, okay, guys, let's just get to the bottom of this. If you're saying it's like crap, give me proof. What can you show me?
Yeah.
But there was nothing to show. They said there's something on the phone, but then we didn't get to see. She also didn't get to see what was on the phone. Now, another issue with Precious is that she called one of the ladies who was not even involved in this whole thing and called one of her workers from the salon to come and actually tell the lady how Precious treats them in the salon. That raises eyebrows for me, if you're being honest. I mean, this conversation didn't happen with this lady only, it happened with the girls. So why don't you bring your worker to the girls so that the girls can also ask questions, since you wanna, you know, just
True, because
clear your
someone
name.
obviously planted a seed.
Clear name. But no, Precious's take on this, I guess, was just to call the lady to, you know, have a conversation with her worker, and then they will go and meet with the ladies, and then the girl will be the one to tell the ladies that, oh, actually, I met with this person, and she told me ABC, which still is not going to qualify what you were saying. If you want to clear your name out, clear it out, you know? But anyway, that was the first one. The second one, Londi London now comes back to the group. She left the group, remember? And now she's back in the group. They were in Joburg, vacation, it was all nice. Londi, Lo, and Sorisha are friends. But Minnie does not like Londi at all.
I've seen a clip on social media. I've never really followed the show to the core, right? But I've been collecting bits and pieces also when you were, you know, explaining everything to us. And I could pick up that the two doesn't really click.
They don't click, and the reason for them not clicking, we still don't get it, because Londi keeps on asking the question, what is your problem with me? Minnie doesn't know. Well, I don't know if she doesn't know, but she does know because she has a problem.
Isn't it a man?
Clearly. That's what Londi was asking Uguti in that, because right now it's not even a matter of them having, you know, really good bodies and the booties, because maybe it was Clash of the Booties, but then at the same time, can't be Clash of the Booties every time. Come on. Like, we have two things. Decide which one is nicer between the two. If it's not, let's move on, you know. it was just like fun banter, but then it ended up not being fun banter because with the episode that we got last week, Minnie had something to say which really cringed a lot of people. She said, "Some of us work on our legs while you work on your back."
Woo! I think I also saw a clip where they were going back and forth. I think also it's a thing of status and money. I'll tell you why, right? Because there was a clip that I saw where Minnie was there. There were a couple of other ladies. It's just that I don't know them by names. But the conversation was, it's not like some of us are not working. We are working. We have jobs. Then, there people had to talk about how others are doctors, how others are
It was Minnie who
broadcasters.
said that. It's not that. It was Minnie who said that.
Yeah. So I'm thinking also it's a battle of, money and status. But also my thing is, why are we pushing this narrative that, all the reality shows, especially that includes ladies, has to be I have a specific word that I'm looking for, but they are pushing a mean girl energy a lot on these reality shows.
Minnie calls Lundy a mean girl, but I'm still trying to see what the mean girl in Lundy is. I don't see it. Maybe a lot of people see it, but I'm still trying to find it, But at this, after watching the last episode, listen, when Minnie came on the picture, I loved her. I love how she speaks. I love how she articulates herself. She's just fun to even watch on TV. But with the last episode, I don't even know how to look at Minnie right now because we have these ladies. Okay, Shab, if it's gonna be a beef, let it be a beef for like a brief period. Don't keep on dragging it. And for the mere fact that she repeated the same statement about working multiple times, it just proves to show that she has something to say about that. But if you have something to say, say it. Don't be cutting corners and anything like that. And also, let's not take away from the fact that Minnie was on Idols.
Absolutely, yeah.
But she didn't win.
Have you also seen her without makeup? Maybe we want to see her with a different eye. Since we are saying
I've seen her without makeup.
Okay.
We are all beautiful gift. I've seen you.
I never said anything. Why are you putting what's in my mouth?
I've also seen you without shades. If I was another person, I would have a lot to say about that, but I'm not saying anything because you don't wear shades when you are in the house. Oh my God, that's scary. Don't look, everybody. Don't
I
look.
can take out my shades anytime. Don't put words in my mouth. I didn't say anything. My question was, have you seen her without makeup?
I have seen her without makeup.
Okay, yeah.
I still see her the same way, But I think maybe it's just a matter of, she was an idol, she didn't win. Lonely London is a musician on the other hand, so that's something they have in common that I can piece together for now.
Yeah.
You get. The bodies, I can't compare the two bodies. I mean, like, height-wise, it doesn't even make sense for me to be comparing bodies or anything like that. Aesthetics-wise, I can't even compare that because they both have different aesthetics. But Minnie was actually mad about a comment that Londi made about her dress in Amapigo. But anyway, that's for another day. All I'm just saying is that Nonku is living the Real Housewives of Durban because she feels like it is toxic for her. But I just want to say that I've actually seen Nonku
being toxic herself. I've heard that a lot in the streets.
Yeah, especially her diaries. But she's not coming to the reunion because she knows what she said on the diaries. But it would have been nice to actually have her come and just, peace out gracefully. Own up to everything that you said because for this season, she had a lot to say. So come to the reunion, hash it out, move on, because on the trip, she wrote letters to the ladies, trying to be spicy, but the spice didn't add the spice.
Yes.
It was just like color of substance, but it doesn't have taste.
It doesn't have the impact.
Like tasty, maybe got an expectantly like chilling, but there was nothing. It wasn't necessary for me.
No, it makes sense. Let's quickly close the show with the speech that is currently dividing the internet by Warren Masemola.
Ooh.
So Warren Masemola did say that he used to kiss a lot with Presley. Kobrizi, Chwenyagai.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, okay, what's happening? But my thing is it not allowed? Because we see a lot of ladies doing that. And by the way, straight, they kiss a lot. So is there a problem when men kiss? Do you kiss your friends?
Do I what?
Do you kiss your friends?
I don't even hug my friends. Ew.
No. But is it a problem?
No, it's not a problem. I mean, at the end of the day, we need to know that when it comes to us men, I'm sorry, I have to say that because last week I was a part of the men's conference.
Yeah, sure.
So now I have like a little bit of straightness in me. Although it's like 0.00000000001% of me being straight. Don't try it. But toxic masculinity plays a lot in this whole thing because if ladies can do it, why can't guys do it? So it just proves to show that there are two different categories where others, they feel like, okay, you know what, it's normal for us to do this thing. And then others are very rigid to be like, you're not supposed to do this because you're a man. Just like how they say a man is not supposed to cry. That is still toxic masculinity. And what I loved about the speech is that it erased the whole concept of toxic masculinity because affection doesn't have to be defined by gender. It doesn't happen like that.
So are you saying I can go
can
out
kiss
there
your
and
friends.
kiss my friends?
You can go out there and kiss your friends.
Okay.
It's absolutely fine.
And do videos on TikTok.
Huh?
And do videos on TikTok.
Okay, but Lahana, it depends what kind of a kiss it is.
Okay.
It depends on the kind of. But I mean, like,
But isn't it a kiss supposed
but
to be
I
a
mean,
kiss?
sure. Me and my friends, when we meet, it's always like, mwah, mwah, you know. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We can do that. So, I mean, guys, come on. It's affection at the end of the day. You kissing you kissing your friend, it's just another way of showing affection. It depends what kind of a friendship you have. It depends how free you guys are around each other. And if you feel like there's going to be any barriers or things that are holding you back from being affectionate to your friend, i.e. hugs. I know there are some friends who don't like hugging other friends, you know. It's just one of those things whereby it defines by the friendship that you have with another person. And as for Warren and Presley, that was a beautiful relationship. And I love the fact that he brought it out for people to actually know because I'm pretty sure it does happen everywhere else. You know,
True.
I see guys kissing each other on the foreheads. I find that cute. It's the friendship that you have. It's the love that you guys have for each other. And if you are going to treat your friendships with toxic masculinity, sure, it might work. But then also at the same time, you need to know that you are boxing yourself from actually experiencing what life really is about.
No, I'm going to kiss my friends after here and I'm going to put it on TikTok.
Oh, I feel sorry for the friends. I feel sorry for them.
Let's get out of here.
All right, ladies and gents, boys and girls, this is how we wrap up this show. I am not Kif's friend. I would like to clear it out. I am not his friend. Let's do this again, same time, same place next week. It has been an absolutely incredible episode. Until next time, we are out.
Definitely out of the building.